What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Redstone9X here. Welcome back to another command block tutorial video. Now, today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do special sword commands in Minecraft. And what this command will allow you to do is to get 10 different kinds of new swords that will allow you to get special abilities on them. Well, the sword has special abilities, and to use them when attacking mobs. Now, before we get into more detail with this, as always, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. And turn on notifications so you won't miss a video. Apart from that, guys, let's begin today's video. Okay, guys, before we do begin this video, I want to give a quick shout out to Blue Commands for making this command row over here once again, so shout out to him. And as always, his channel and website will be in the description down below if you guys want to go check him out too. And also, during this video, later on, I'm going to show you how you can modify these swords, like make them more powerful, with this custom enchantment book that I made. And I'll leave that website in the description down below as well. Well, that and also the command for this one. But we'll get into that sort of thing later. So, now, let's begin. So, as you can see, we got a bunch of swords with items under it. So, pay close attention to what you have to do to get these, stuff, or the swords. Okay, so first we're gonna start things off with the first sword, which is the TNT sword. So first, what you need to do is get a diamond sword, drop that with a piece of TNT, get the TNT sword. And actually, hold on a second, guys. This doesn't look right. Okay, that's more like it. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to put on the resource pack for this, but you don't have to put the resource pack on if you don't want to. But I just figured for this video I would want to. But I'll leave. Actually, when you go to that person's website, Blue Commands, he has the link to the resource pack if you guys want to download this for your sword. Okay, anyway, we're gonna move on. So, the TNT sword, and what this allows you to do is to, when you hit a mob, it explodes them in the air. Huh? Wait. Time set night. Let's do midnight. When you hit them, they explode up in the air and land and take damage upon them. Which is pretty powerful if I do say so myself. And this does like 6 attack damage and it has unbreak. So that's what the first sword does. And I wrote a book about it so I could show you what each of them do. Okay, so next. Where is it again? Okay, here it is. Next up, we got the glass sword. Okay, and what this sword has, it has 14 attack damage, but after you use it, it breaks instantly. So, let me go into survival mode and show you. So once after I hit the zombie, it breaks immediately after you use it, but it does 14 attack damage. It's not so bad. Okay, so that was the glass sword. It instantly breaks afterwards. Next up, we're gonna have the stun sword, and for that, you need a golden sword and cobweb, and you get this, the stun sword. And what this sword allows you to do is to keep mobs from jumping or moving around for like a short period of time. So when you hit these guys, they get stunned and they can't move for like a few seconds, and after that, keep going. Yeah, they literally can't move. Like, it's like having both slowness and... Actually, it's mostly just slowness. It's like having slowness with 1,000 times more power on the sword. Okay, anyway, now that we've seen that, moving on to the next sword, which is the Shulker sword. The Shulker sword. Now let's see what that does. The Shulker sword Shulker sword makes mobs fly and take damage when they land. So kind of like what Shulkers do, they shoot these floating balls that make them fly up into the air and then take damage when they fall. So for example, with the spider, hit this guy and he flies up in the air and takes damage upon landing, just like that. So it's basically like a one-shot. And actually you can do these for like, you can spam this and watch this. Boom, boom, and actually you can hit them all at the same time. And they all take damage upon landing. Just like that. And now for the next sword, the pumpkin sword. And now this sword what this sword allows you to do is that it blinds mobs so that they can't see you, so it allows you to sneak past them when you're being attacked. So when I hit them, they miss because they couldn't see where I was. So you can literally do this and that they won't see or attack you, which will be a perfect opportunity for you to try to get out of a tough situation like that. So yeah, that's what the pumpkin sword does. Okay, now moving on to the next one, which is gonna be the lightning sword. Okay, now this sword is quite powerful, if I do say so myself. So when you attack a mob, well, didn't see that coming, but you pretty much got the idea. So when you attack a mob, a bolt of lightning strikes them and they take damage from it. Huh. That's quite ironic that I was very low on HP and I died from my own lightning bolt, so that's something. So yeah, I think this could work when you have a group of mobs. But I would suggest you be very careful for when you use this sword, because you could potentially get hit by this too if you're not careful. So make sure you keep like a short distance when you use that. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to the next sword. The heal sword. And this sword allows you to gain health back from when you attack a mob. So when I hit the spider, I gain health back. And you can do this after, and you can pretty much gain health back every time you get attacked. You can gain that damage back and be at full health again. So yeah, that's what that sword does. Now next one, we're gonna have the glowstone sword. And this sword allows you to do is to have mobs have a glowing effect when you hit them. So when I hit them, they have glowing on them. So that could be good when you're like having a space between them. You can see where they are through the walls and also in the dark. Okay, so we got 2 more swords, and then I'm going to show you the custom enchantment book to show you the difference between them without it and them with it. Okay, so next we're going to have the furnace sword. And this one is basically like a fire aspect one, except this one works way better in groups, and I don't know why can I not spawn. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so when you use it, you can basically hit a bunch of pigs at the same time, or mobs for that matter, and they will probably burn and eventually die and give you roasted pork. I mean, it's not really that as special as the other ones. I mean, it's just like any old fire aspect sword, but still, this is more effective when you have like a group of pigs around, or cows, whichever one you prefer. And speaking of which, I think I'm gonna have some of that roasted pork. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the final sword, which is a wooden sword and an ender pearl, and you get the ender sword. And what this one allows you to do is that enemies would randomly teleport somewhere else around you. So when you hit them, they go over there. Wait, yeah, so they'll keep teleporting around you every time you hit them. So yeah, that is pretty much all the swords that this command has to offer. So now I'm going to show you how different it will be with this custom enchantment book. So be back in a sec when I get all the swords fixed and ready to go.
6.5 hours later.
Okay guys, I'm back and I fixed all the swords so they're up and running as new. So now I'm going to show you the difference of whether you enchant them with this custom enchantment book that I made called the upgrade book. So now let's head over to the anvil and get to work. So first we're going to do the TNT sword. And I put on this enchantment book sharpness 5, knockback 2, fire aspect 2, looting 3, sweeping edge 3, and unbreaking 3. So this should make this sword a bit more interesting. So we enchanted. And we tried on some mobs. Time set midnight. When you hit them, they get the enchantments along with the effect. So this is basically like a 2-shot with all the cool enchantments to go along with it. So that's the TNT sword. Attack damage is still the same, but we're just gonna go along with that. Next, we got the glass sword. We enchant that. I mean, the durability does not change, but I think it does become more powerful and deadly when using it. That they still get. Yeah, so this is basically like a 1-shot with the enchantment book on it. So next, we're gonna have the stun sword. Enchant that. And when you use it on some mobs, they take fire damage and knockback damage while being stunned or stuck in place. So this could be good for trying to kill mobs that way. This is also a 2-shotter. So yeah, pretty good. So next sword, the shulker sword. Now this one personally I think is the best when having these enchantments on, because when you hit these mobs with it, they take the enchantment damages, and when they fly, they take damage upon landing. So this is basically like a 1-hit KO for all of them. You can just keep spamming it too if you want. Boom, 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 boom. And they all die. So that's the shulker sword with the enchantments. Next, the pumpkin sword. And again, this one blinds the mob, but at the same time, they can't see you when they're trying to attack you. I mean, this one's not the most powerful sword because it's like only a 4 attack damage, but it gets the job done with these enchantments. So I'd say it's an improvement for these swords. Okay, so next sword is the lightning sword. that in there. And then we upgrade this to sharpness 5 instead of 2. Now when we hit these mobs, they probably should die in one hit, but I don't know. I wouldn't count on it. But hey, it does work. So, next sword. The glowing sword. And this one, they will both take fire aspect damage and knockback damage from that. And also they'll be glowing at the same time. And I think the glowing effect lasts until they die. Because it doesn't seem like they go away anytime soon after you hit them. And you can get out of here. Okay. Next sword. We got the heal sword. Now personally, I think this one is also good because when you get attacked by a bunch of mobs, since this is upgraded with better enchantments, you will probably have a better chance of gaining more health that way from like a pack of zombies. Just need to, when they take damage, you can literally gain so much health back. While at the same time standing your ground. So yeah, I think the heal sword is pretty handy when you're facing a horde of mobs, like those guys. Okay, second to last sword, we got the furnace sword. And I think the fire aspect, don't think is really necessary, but still, I think it makes this sword a one-shot when you try to kill pigs. Yeah, so you instantly get pork. Like that, and like that. So I think with these enchantments for this sword, it makes it way easier just to kill mobs just with one swing, basically. So yeah, that's pretty handy, and now we're gonna move on to the final sword. The Ender Sword. Enchant that. Get a mob. I think this time we'll do spiders again. And when we hit them, they instantly get teleported while at the same time take fire aspect. So boom and boom. And yeah, that is pretty much how you do special sword commands in Minecraft, along with this custom enchantment book. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to wrap up for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more command block tutorials like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you won't miss a video. Apart from that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and again, shout out to Blue Commands for making this awesome command, and I'll see you all in the next one. Also, hope you all have a good Father's Day today. Okay, bye.